Hello, welcome to another episode of Question of the Week. This week's question comes from Mom's Homemade School of Patisserie and Culinary Arts. My son, who is 14 years old, has been put on a feeding tube due to his medical condition. He is feeling very depressed. How should I encourage him? Thank you for sharing some of your story with me. I am so sorry your son is feeling depressed. One way to encourage him is to do activities which are not centered around food. Perhaps play a board game, do arts and crafts, or work together on a puzzle. Invite family and friends over for these activities, but please do not include food or eating as part of the activity. This will only cause your son to feel isolated. Also remind your son the feeding tube is keeping him alive. Explain to him why having a feeding tube is so important. You may also find changing the storyline to be beneficial. For example, you could explain to him the following. If you had a dog who could no longer eat by mouth and needed a feeding tube, would you want the dog to get a feeding tube? Would you still love the dog if the dog had a feeding tube? Would it matter if the dog had a feeding tube? Would you love the dog any less because he had a feeding tube? There is an organization called the Oily Foundation, which is for people who use feeding tubes and IV nutrition. They have a kids club which meets virtually online. He may be able to connect to others with feeding tubes who are around his age through that program. This would be very helpful for him. Their website is www.oley.org. Thank you so much for your question. I wish you and your son all the very best. And remember, if you have a question, you can leave it in the comments below this video or submit it to me via Facebook, MeWe, or email. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful week. Bye-bye. Hello, welcome to another episode of Question of the Week. This week's question comes from Mom's Homemade School of patisserie and culinary arts. Okay, we can do this. Hello, welcome. Let's do it again. Hello, welcome to another episode of Question of the Week. This week's question comes from Mom's Homemade School of patisserie and culinary arts. Okay, I can do this. Okay, come on. Hello, welcome to another episode of Question of the Week. This week's question comes from Mom's Homemade School of Patisserie and Culinary Arts. My son, who is 14 years old, has been put on a place. I got the name correct. Okay, let's do this again, people. Oh.